Today, we're jumping into something that's like a super important skill right now: how to actually talk to an AI and get what you want out of it.
You ask an AI for a simple research summary, and what you get back is, let's just say it's not exactly what you were hoping for. It can be super generic, kind of weird, or just completely off the mark. You're trying to get a nice, clean outline for your history paper, and suddenly the AI is just going on and on about something totally random. It really feels like you're speaking two different languages. But what if I told you the fix is way simpler than you think?
Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we'll look at why this communication problem even happens. Then I'm going to introduce you to this really cool solution called the Clear Framework. We'll break it down letter by letter. I'll give you a few pro tips, and then we'll talk about why this is going to be a total game changer for your studies.
So let's talk about this AI communication problem. Getting better answers from AI usually isn't about the AI model itself. It's all about a skill called prompt engineering. Basically, it all comes down to how you ask the question.
And prompt engineering is just a fancy way of saying the art of asking better questions. When you design your prompts thoughtfully, you're basically guiding the AI to give you exactly what you need. All you need is a super simple but really powerful method. It's called the Clear Framework. So, CLEAR is an acronym for 5 key principles: concise, logical, explicit, adaptive, and reflective. Once you get the hang of these, you're going to see a huge difference in the quality of your results. First up, the C in CLEAR stands for concise. This one is all about cutting out the fluff. All those extra words can actually confuse the AI, so being direct helps the model zone in on what you're actually asking it to do.
Okay, next up is L for logical. This is all about structure. When your prompt has a clear kind of step-by-step flow to it, the AI can understand the context and how your ideas connect so much better. And that means you get a much more organized answer.
And here's a perfect example of that. Tell me how to write a research paper is super vague. But if you specify the start and end points, like from topic selection to proofreading, you're giving the AI a clear roadmap. That pretty much forces it to generate a useful, step-by-step guide.
Now we're at E for explicit. This is where you tell the AI exactly what you want the final output to look like. Do you need a bulleted list, a 5-paragraph essay, maybe a table? Being really specific about the format and the content you need helps you get exactly that. Think about it, right? A general question like, "Tell me about the French Revolution," could give you this huge, unfocused wall of text. But by asking specifically for the causes, events, and consequences, you're telling the AI to give you a perfect, tailored summary that's awesome for your study guide.
Next is A for adaptive. Here's the thing to remember. Your first prompt isn't always going to be perfect, and that is totally okay. You should think of it more like a conversation. Being adaptive just means you're willing to experiment, maybe rephrase things, and tweak your approach based on what the AI gives you back.
This is a great example of being adaptive in action. If your first prompt gives you an answer that's just way too broad, you can just narrow your focus. So instead of mental health in general, you specify anxiety. And instead of everyone, you focus on adolescents. This kind of refining is really the key to getting high-quality results.
And finally, we have R for reflective. Now, this isn't just the last step, it's more like a mindset. After you get a response, just take a second to evaluate it. Was it accurate? Was it what you wanted? What could be better? Every single prompt is a chance for you to learn and improve for the next one.
There are a few technical settings you can often adjust to get even more control over what the AI gives you.
Okay, let's quickly run through these. Tokens are basically just the building blocks of text, words or parts of words. The main thing to know is that AI models have a limit, so super long responses can get cut off. Temperature controls creativity. You want it low for facts and high if you're brainstorming. And top P is a similar kind of dial you can use to balance between really focused answers and more diverse ones.
So, ready to give it a shot? It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. First, just examine the framework and start playing around with it. Second, share what you're learning with your friends. You can brainstorm new ways to use it for your classes together. And third, always reflect on your results to keep getting better and better.